everyone, so coming at you with another Chick Science video is actually one that was asked of me to do, and it's going to cover supplements. And while this is technically the Chick Science video, I'm letting you guys know in case you're a guy and you suddenly were like, holy crap, I'm on a Chick Science thing, like what is this? I don't want to be talking about estrogen or something, or whatever. How you going? This can pretty much apply to you too. There's really not, in my opinion, much different between what guys and girls should be doing. But let's get right into it. Supplements, first off, what are they? Well, they're really anything that supplements your diet. Hence the name. So pretty much when you're taking this stuff, you want to keep in mind that your first line of nutrition in any kind of event is going to be your diet. Now, that being said, is that always possible? No. But if you're looking to blow $200 somewhere, I'd recommend you do it at the grocery store and not at GNC. So, that being said, what should you actually take? As both not as both a female and a male, I guess that's kind of whatever. As a female or as a male, you should be taking a multivitamin. This is something that is going to provide vitamins, minerals, those kinds of nutrients that you might not be getting from your diet. For females, this is especially important when it comes to the matter of calcium. We are much more prone to developing osteoporosis later in life, so in order to kind of prevent that, or at least reduce it a bit, you should be ingesting or taking in a multivitamin every day that has extra calcium. Like I said, this is basically to fill in any gaps of what you're not getting in your diet, and this is especially important. What else should you be taking? Well, fish oil pills, if you're not taking these already. You should probably, or if you didn't, you should know that not all fats are bad, and in this case, this is one of the good fats, which is their L-omega-3s, and fish oil pills contain that. Normally you can find L-omega-3s in things like fish, like salmon or tuna, what have you, but if you're not eating that all the time, a really good way of supplementing is to take fish oil pills. This is really important for joint health, for as you age, that kind of thing, so you should really be taking that. The third of the big three I'm going to mention, you should be taking protein if, you're really not getting it from your diet. I mean, for me, I will eat something that's protein-based, like, until the cows come home. I would prefer to eat, like, a big plate of steak all day, every day, and forget about carbs and fats. Don't care. I'd rather just do that. But, that being said, I still take a protein shake after workout because I want to build muscle, and protein is what builds muscle. So if you're not getting it in your diet, especially if you are like a vegetarian and you're falling short of this, you can actually get vegetarian protein powders, and you should be taking this. So those are pretty much the big three that I recommend you should be taking no matter who you are. Just your multivitamin, your fish oil pill, and protein. Those are the main three. Now, depending on your goals, you might also consider taking a few other things. You can take a pre-workout. I don't really view it as a supplement so much because, there isn't some nutrition involved, but to me it's kind of more of a energy booster before you work out. Pre-workout's going to contain normally some kind of caffeine, things that are going to get you energized and usually actually will help you bang out a couple more reps as you're working out. So it can be really beneficial. Personally, I don't take one because I'm usually on the bathroom toilet for the next 3 hours after doing so. If you are going to take it, if you find that you're lacking before going to do a workout, I recommend it. It is helpful, but start slow. Don't take the full recommended dose right away, or you will be having a day-long battle with the toilet, and that's never fun. So that's pre-workout. If you can take it, if you want to take it, that's fine. Don't abuse it, but, it's fine. Also, there's creatine. People often take that when they're trying to gain mass. From my understanding of it, it helps you retain water, which is why a big part of it, if you need to be hydrating when you're taking it. I was on it for a little while, and being that one of my biggest problems, I'll be honest, is getting enough water throughout the day, I stop taking it because it can cause issues. So creatine, if you want to take that, fine. There's also BCAAs, which stands for branched chain amino acids. These aid in recovery after workout as well as muscle building, because amino acids are the building blocks of protein, which are the building blocks of your muscles pretty much. It's a bit more direct way of getting in that nutrient. So those are 3. There's countless others that you could be taking. My basic advice with those, and even with the big 3 I mentioned earlier, the multivitamins, fish oil pills, and protein, do your research. If you want, someone wants to know or whatever, let me know. I can tell you what I take, but do your research when you are looking for what you want to take, especially when it comes to pre-workout, things like that. Read the ingredient lists. Sometimes things are loaded with sugar. If you're trying to lose weight, that might not be your best option. So, we're all adults and we can all do our research to some extent. So, like I said, the big 3 that you really need to be taking: multivitamin, fish oil pills, protein. There are other countless ones you could be taking, such as creatine, pre-workout, BCAAs, like L-leucine, lysine. There's a ton of stuff you can be taking, and I'm sure you've seen that. So use your judgment when you're deciding what to take. That being said, there are also other things that are on the market that people such as like pro bodybuilders take. If you are looking at these, and let me just stop to say, I do not condone nor condemn steroid use. I don't personally use it, but if you are trying to look like Phil Heath or Ronnie Coleman or anyone like that, the likelihood of you being able to do so natural is pretty slim. So it's not my personal thing, but I'm not going to tell you to do them or not to do them. I mean, let's face it, even if you're taking steroids, it still takes a lot of work to look like Jay Cutler. It's still a lot of effort. So there's that. But the point I want to make, though, about the things that those guys take is, like I said, diet is your first line. Like, that's what your first thing should be. Supplements fill in gaps. So really, if you think about it, supplements are not going to be a major influencer in your progression. They might contribute to, like, I think 2% is what a lot of people say. So when you look at what things like Ronnie Coleman takes, or Phil Heath, or whoever, and I'm not saying what they do or don't do, but I'm just giving examples of bodybuilders because that's what I do. The things they take, if you take one piece of that, it might only affect their overall physique by like 0.02%. It might be really minimal. And the thing is, for the average person, that 0.02% really shouldn't matter to you. Now, to a bodybuilder, or even if you're in powerlifting or doing some kind of competition, that might be the difference between first and last place. But for you, the average person, you have to think about marginal benefits versus your marginal costs. And if it costs $200 to get, like, I don't know, horsetail injected or something, for an outlandish example, and you're only going to get 0.02% difference out of it, really, is it that worth it to you? So the main formula is, diet, exercise, supplements afterwards. And don't be doing crazy shit that's only going to give you like a marginal difference for a extreme cost. So like I said, to wrap this up, main 3, you have your multivitamin, your fish oil pills, protein. Aside from that, there are countless other things you can take. Just make sure you do your research. When it comes to things that are banned or, that kind of thing, be realistic about it. If you're not a pro bodybuilder, or you're not pro in anything, no offense, but if you're not, really, why do you need to be taking it? So that's my take on supplements. I hope this helps. I hope this answers the question. And I'm going to be doing another video next about bulking versus cutting, so I hope you stay tuned for that. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!